and my attention is split between trying to gather all my units and place defences and keep building troops. See, I'm placing my flame towers not right, you know, not here, look, and that, not right in front of the enemy. And you see I've got these forces here. You know, I realised I shouldn't be sending them forward. They should stop in position.
Battle control initialized.
Hello there, comrades and cannon fodder. It's Dvoid here. I've got a 1v1 multiplayer game. I've just had my first game of the day and just basically played this about 5 minutes ago. I'm using Russia, my opponent's using Russia. I chose Woodlands map for this game, and this player joined me. I'm in green in the top left. My opponent's in red, bottom right. And we've got our barracks placed. Standard build order at the moment. No kennel. I do sometimes build an early flame tower, but I won't place it, and it's just in case of very early attacks or something. You know, it's as soon as I need the cash, I cancel it, which is pretty quickly anyway. It's just something I've got into doing. Oh, my opponent's actually got a flame tower as well. Interesting. And we're about equal exactly for placing our refinery. And I'm capturing this oil derrick here. My opponent's already captured that one. They're on their way to the second. Now, I've got infantry on their way. Now, they've bumped into an enemy rifleman there, so my opponent knows that they're here. Detonation did a bit of splash damage, but didn't get them. Now, these guys have turned back. Nice. Smart move. Yeah, not far off, but nah, couldn't get him. And there are no rifles at my opponent's home base, but he does have the flame tower ready. The engineer's on his way back. They've gone war factory first. I've got my second refinery placed, so I'm building my war factory now. It's going to take 38 seconds. A fair wait, considering then you have to build something that will take another 20 odd seconds, whatever. Just clearing barrels away so my troops can position behind the oil derrick. My opponent's got an APC already, because they went war factory first, so yeah. There's your benefit, and I've just produced my first rocket soldier now. It's at 2 minutes 30. You should really... This is a perfect example of why you should build 3 rocket soldiers at the 2 minute mark. Because, look, there's lovely squashes, loads of nice crushes. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 there by the looks of it. And I've got... You know, I've lost my rocket soldiers, and I'm building them now, one after the other, until this thing's dealt with. Yes, and it got away. Nicely done. Now that has delayed me from actually starting my war factory production, so it had... And my refinery's building, but I haven't got vehicles building, so I'm still not aware. At this point, I'm thinking about what to do with my troops. Now I've placed that, we should see a vehicle get produced. And look, it's still idle, which means I need to build an APC, 2 ore trucks, and an MCV, which I've started now. So I'm in big trouble with that. If my opponent catches me out before I can recover, that's very bad. They're repairing the APC, it's a veteran. All the better, because they move more quickly. I've got my APC, and I've produced a grenadier drop. Yeah, my units are moving out. I'm trying to even things out and do something after my delay and loss of infantry. And we've got a mine layer, and the green circle around it is the area it will detect enemy mines and reveal them to you. It's the same as its view range, look. So to find out what this thing's doing, I would need to build my own mine layer and it would detect its mines. So it's placed one there, look. One there. One there. There you go. There's its mines. There, I've detonated one mine. Gave up before I detonated the next one. Detonated one with an infantryman. But my opponent's got their second MCV. I'm building mine now. But I've got these infantry here waiting for an enemy expansion, and he's gone to the other side. Now look, we've got an APC that's dropped off rocket soldiers. And I've lost 2 ore trucks there, and they're attacking my oil derrick. Very bad. Now I've released my grenadiers, hoping my opponent's busy. And look, there we go, he's dropped the flame tower straight on it. Now I've lost all but 2. Oh, I've only got 1 grenadier left. And he's attacking this. He can't throw like 4 in the meat before he's killed. There's distraction value alone. Oh, he's 1 rifleman against rocket soldiers, look. And he's killing a few. He survived. Look, he's a full veteran for those rocket soldiers he killed. Very nice. That's impressive. That's the unit of the match so far. This guy's at the same rank. What's he been doing? I know I did see him catch a few units, but... And I'm hoping to go on an eco raid here, and I've, you know... It's done out. They're the flame tower ready. So these guys are retreating while I'm trying to set up and secure this expansion. And I'm checking to see if I've got any base pushes going on. Let's have a look at army value. I'm at 8,000, my opponent's at 11. Yeah, they've just managed to escape. And my opponent's got more tanks, because he's got 3 already, look, because I delayed. Now, I need to... And don't forget, I've lost ore trucks. Let's just have a look at the economy situation. I've got 5, my opponent's got 6. So, I've placed one of my refineries there, look. And I can transfer the ore trucks here anyway. I've just got to look out for those mines, but I know the enemy's here with his main army. So I am struggling for cash, but I'm thinking about sending this force in, and I'm not sure at all. Look, 12,000 army value to me, 16 to my opponent. And I've caught them out of formation, although I'm not in position either. These guys are out of the battle, the ones at the back. That's why you need your forces to be in a line. You see I'm moving them forward. These ones of the enemy aren't in the battle. That's why he's moving them forward, look. You have to... Your formation, the best formation is a line, and at this point it's clear I'm getting overrun. So I have to fall back quickly, and he hasn't pursued straight away. So I've got a bit of like head start, but I'm bringing in everything I can, and I've placed another refinery there. I'm at 8,000 army value, my opponent's at 16, so he's got double the army value and he's destroyed my oil derricks. He's got his bases well secured in his expansion. Look, there's 2 Tesla coils and 2 flame towers. He can soon produce more, and he's got vehicles and infantry at his expansion. Vehicles and infantry and base defences at his base, so it's a very solid tactic. He's not expanding quickly, but what he has is very well secured. And he's got a decent sized army. Look, I've got 12,000, my opponent's got 20,000. He's sending a small flank of attack force. This is going for... It was going for here. Not anymore. But I'm waiting before I expand here. Look, I'm being cautious. I'm sending my infantry out. Make sure that he's not just going to destroy that. I should escort it, obviously, but I'm trying to protect what assets I've got. And my scouts and rifles, they are detecting the enemy movement. Yeah, that's a nice little eco raid. I should get him out of there. But that's an important tactic. You need to send your forces around the edges of the map. My opponent's placing mines there. That's a perfect place. A lot of players would run into that. And I need a mine layer. I've lost an ore truck to mines, so I need a mine layer of my own. And my opponent's placed a tank here, so I have to watch out for that ore truck. And now this attack has kicked off, so I'm moving my ore truck away. Luckily I didn't lose it. And I can see I'm being attacked in a few places. So this force here is... and I've got my own mine layer, so I will detect if there are any enemy mines. My opponent's got aircraft now. But I'm at 14,000 army value, my opponent's at 26,000 net, and this is the big attack. I've dealt with this small eco raid and killed it, but here's my opponent's main army is coming in to smash me. And I've got all this out of position, so they're moving in, and my attention is split between trying to gather all my units and place defences and keep building troops. See, I'm placing my flame towers not right, you know, not here, look, and that, not right in front of the enemy. And you see I've got these forces here. You know, I realised I shouldn't be sending them forward. They should stop in position. But I've got the building's view range. And my opponent's got that tank still, but there's all my ore trucks there. And look, the flamethrowers are absolutely slaughtering my structures. But without a vehicle, he's right to turn away. Very smart. As soon as you haven't got a vehicle, look at that. You see, I would have had the advantage and win that engagement if he'd have stayed there. So he's very smart doing that. I've got a few stray units trying to deal with this tank, and I've also got an expansion set up here. Now, I've just moved my rifle guards out of position. Oh, he's going back, look. You see, I noticed that was a mistake, so... And look, yeah, he's spotted these, and my oil refinery's under attack from V2s. And that's a crucial refinery that I need. But my opponent set up an expansion here. It's very well protected. You see, that force would have died if he'd have pressed his attack. But instead, he's got a very decent veteran defensive force protecting an expansion. Very good. That's an ideal example of gameplay. But I lost my refinery to V2s. That's why the ore truck's out of there. And I'm moving the MCV. But my opponent obviously saw that I was gathering units and has fallen back. I wonder if they noticed... No, I don't think they didn't see the war factory, which is very lucky because it's the only one I've got. And I'm still trying to rush to its defence. But I need this refinery placing. Sharpish, if that's what it is. And look, I've got this force here, and they're moving out. I'm hoping... There you go, look. There's my expansion up and running again. Very nice. And I'm calling everything in. But my primary production is here, so... But my opponent's got a decent air force now. They could just destroy all my power plants and refineries, but we're both... You know, neither of us have got a lot of cash. But I've got 14,000 army value, my opponent's at 30,000, and sadly, there is no expansion here. I would like to have smashed one, but there isn't, and I thought, right, I'm going on to attack, but... I don't want this to reveal my position. And the construction yard, oh dear. Yeah, those V2, those yaks, I mean, lucky, he did well to save them. I didn't have loads of rocket soldiers, but he still did well and killed a fair few. Look, he's placing mines. For if this falls back, it'll run into a mine and explode. Very well done. So he knows there's forces there and forces here. He knows. So look, there you go. Because he knows, and I am trying to gather units, but I'm still also calling everything I can up. And I've ordered this mine layer to place mines here, look, to block off one expansion route. And I'm trying to gather some forces, and look, my opponent's got 4 V2s, Tesla coil, flame towers, and enough troops to dissuade me from attacking. There's a heavy tank blown away immediately. That's too much. As soon as I got... any idea of what they had there, that was it. I've got to get out of there. And that tank would have shown me, so now I'm getting out of there. But everything's trying to fall back and regroup, and this is the point my opponent hits me with this army here. Basically, just needed to add a couple of tanks and a V2 to it. And he's got a force ideal for finishing me off at this base. Very well done. And this force is also following. So I've got heavy pressure here that I'm trying to respond to, and I'm losing my most important position, but I have just built V2s. I've got one. And here we go, I'm losing my radar dome. That's a shame. I'm at 6,000 army value. My opponent's got a 41,000 army now. And there you go, there's my MCV lost. Lost an ore truck. I've got these guys mining, but yeah, that's it. And I thought, right, this force is going to move this way to hit my next force. My MCV is moving, and I thought, well, that'll turn back and set up a base here again. Hopefully, he won't be straight onto that. It's going here first. And look, I was trying to head off this army, and I thought, I've got a V2 and a couple of tanks. There's a large force here, look. But my opponent is not there, just sat there, so I can like hold back and hit him with my V2. But yeah, my MCV is moving back to my home base to set up there again, hoping that my opponent isn't going to check there very soon. But they've overrun that, look, there's my expansion, and my only war factory's gone. And they've got this air force, look. And this was a place they checked. Very smart. And they've got the construction yard, so the air force can destroy that, and I'm trying to defend this, and I'm using my V2 and infantry, making use of my building's view range. It's a veteran V2 launcher. Now he's got to fall back and fire. Yeah, look, I've lost the construction yard. And this is the last structure, I think, of my barracks. Obviously, I didn't get much time to call it, to be fair. But there you go, that's the end of the game. Didn't go great, but it was a decent enough battle. It was just my counterattack ran straight into a really well-prepared force. And even this expansion, and even this one, it would have been a very difficult target. So I just didn't apply enough early pressure and didn't do well enough right from the start. Otherwise, my opponent wouldn't have got so strong. There's the army graph, look. And look, yeah, my opponent got very strong. And you can see there's been a couple of engagements, but I just haven't done enough. And, yeah, you can see the damage I'm taking at the same time, you know, and I'm not recovering. So it was a shame that I just didn't have enough ore trucks at any point. I'd been weakened really, really badly at the start. So my opponent did great, you know, they did better than I did. But here's the earnings graph. Not too bad, but I just, like I say, I didn't have enough earnings because I didn't have enough ore trucks. My opponent's got a massive army. 37,000 army value. I lost 37 structures and my opponent lost 1. I killed 203 units, my opponent killed 294. I destroyed 50,000 credits worth of my opponent's assets. My opponent destroyed 96,000 credits worth of mine. Support powers, they have got an Iron Curtain counting down. They've got paratroopers and a spy plane ready to use. I did have a radar dome and I built V2s, but I didn't get any further than that. Production is standard stuff by the looks of it. Tanks, infantry, power and defences. Let's see, they hung on to both their oil derricks and they've got 7 ore trucks left. I earned 97,000 credits, they earn 129,000 credits. I've got 4 grand left, they've got 7. I was at 27 actions per minute, slightly slower than usual, very slightly, and they were at 42 actions per minute, so they're probably, you know, they're doing well, got a very solid build order, and stuck to it, did it right, did everything right, basically. They didn't make any mistakes as far as I know. There's your scores, 466 to me, 951 to my opponent, and there's all the stats, graphs and tabs. Everything for you. There you go. There's my first game of the day. So I hope you enjoyed the game. If you did like it, give us a sub and a like, and thank you very much for watching. Take good care of yourselves, and until next time, goodbye.
Battle control terminated.